wanting to learn a lot of different things. We want our students to be fluent in the work processes that are relevant today, to help you tell stories, and tell stories about things that mean something important to people. Being a named school is a very prestigious thing in the educational world. You know, to be able to talk about the Herbert School now, it's a big deal in terms of making us more prominent and helping draw attention to the excellent faculty and students and facilities we already have. And Mr. Herbert's generosity is making it possible for us to make improvements in all those areas as well.
We're transforming the classrooms into spaces where students can collaborate again on projects. So rather than the traditional classroom where you would have rows of students facing you, now students can work on in their own projects at tables that are set aside for that.
What it does is provides a conducive learning environment. Basically just allows students to work in a very, very user-friendly space, one that they'll typically see in the professional world as well.
This building is incredible. It's in use night and day. We have terrific edit rooms, we have terrific studios. There are students here constantly. We have a very applied, very hands-on approach. One of the reasons students are interested in coming here is that we don't make them wait a couple of years to get into our studios and get their hands on our gear.
They are hands-on making audio, making radio, making things happen, different types of it. And the fact that we have a space and production equipment that enables them to feel exactly like they were in a radio station, once they go out in the field they're just extremely comfortable with it.
The News Hub here behind me gives students a collaborative space where they can almost engage in like a startup culture, where they can come here and work on their own projects. They get mentored by faculty, and again they can work for the different newscasts that take place in the building.
There are shows going on almost every night of the week. Students are working pretty much on their own in our studios, in our edit rooms, and they're producing amazing television. When they go looking for jobs, that's what the employers see on their resumes. I've been teaching here for 20 years. I love this place. The students' enthusiasm is amazing, and the spaces I get to teach in are first rate.
Oftentimes when you're teaching students, you're saying, well, this is not the exact kind of facility you would use, but it's sort of like this. What's great is that we don't have to say it's sort of like this. We can say it's exactly like this.
Not only do the students get the real feel, but I get to teach on it too. It's actually fun.
We put a great deal of effort into finding and bringing along really fine teachers, and they give of themselves tremendously, not only in their classes, but in a lot of extracurricular and co-curricular activities. Things like our radio station, which was just named the #1 radio station in the country by Princeton Review.
The Princeton Review is the Bible, in essence, of what you're doing on college campuses. To be named the best of anything in that means that you're doing it at a very high level. The National Association of Broadcasters named us the Marconi as the top non-commercial radio station in the country. And their primary focus is serving audiences. And they're saying that what we put on the air is at a high level, in fact, the highest level in the country.
Our students are probably sought after more than any other radio students in any other university because the rooms are state-of-the-art. They're state-of-the-art hardware and state-of-the-art software.
We really are very proud of what we're building here, and we're still building more. We're still adding facilities for 2D and 3D animation. There's a whole digital revolution that's happening, and it's exciting.
We live in an age increasingly of visual communication. And so the school was fortunate to take the name of one of the people who really codified the vocabulary of visual communication, an important area of color. One of the things that Mr. Herbert said when we had the convocation for the name of the school was that he wanted this school to be the best school of communication in the country.
And we'll continue to support it to make sure that it's in the position of being #1.
We're pretty close to hitting that target.
This is an excellent place to study because not only do we teach you the craft, but we have the facilities to teach you the proper professional work practice.
It's important to be state-of-the-art in technology, but also sharing the foundations of what makes successful media communication, because then they're prepared regardless of what the technology evolves into outside of here.